I invented the world's first ergonomic laptop, and I've been testing it for the past year.
It's crooked.
It works great. You want to see the weirdest laptop ever?
What? Oh my god.
Oh my god.
This is just a tablet up here.
Evan just spilled coffee on the keyboard.
You know, you can put your phone here.
Anything's a weapon if you try hard enough.
Push it down. Put your phone.
Now you may be thinking, this isn't new. I've seen this pop up in your videos before. Why are you just now sharing it? And that's because I think we recently solved a legal conundrum we were facing with this, but we'll get into those details later.
Plus, I want to make version 2 of the laptop. I have good ideas to make it better. But first, let me brag about version 1 and share its origin story. You see, as a tall person, I struggle with frequent back issues, and I've been making different iterations of an ergonomic laptop for years. Normal laptops always hurt my neck, since looking so far down leads to bad posture.
You sold it.
And sometimes my wrist hurts, since they don't have split keyboards, which I prefer. Which brings us back to my current solution, which fixes both of those issues and has some bonus features.
This video is brought to you by Squarespace, the all-in-one platform for all your website needs.
Now, you might be wondering, what's all this stuff? What did you use to make this? Well, it relies on 2 key components. 1, a selfie stick. That's what lets it go up and down. There's 2 of these, and there's also 4 of these. These are monitor mounts, usually for putting a monitor on top of the camera. But instead, they hinge like this or like this, all sorts of different ways. However you want to reconfigure it, it's really nice. I also added things like a magnetic mount right here so you can attach your phone, have a secondary screen. This keyboard I chose is not Bluetooth and it's not battery powered. Normally it needs to be plugged into the computer. So I added my own batteries that are replaceable, and I added a Bluetooth adapter right here so that this can be disconnected from this. I think Bluetooth is the way to go.
I also like that you have your tool set for the laptop nestled within the laptop.
I love it. I love it so much. Using this makes me happy, but it's too thick.
No.
It's too thick. It's too heavy. And I had to custom make this 3D printed case right here. And this isn't that future-proof if I want to change tablets, if I want other people to be able to make it. So I have some ideas that are gonna fix all of it.
And make sure to watch till the end, because once we finish version 2, we're hiring an ergonomics specialist to come analyze just how ergonomic it actually is.
How?
Or was it a big waste of time?
But before we move forward with version 2, let's talk about the legal conundrum we mentioned.
Pretty much every time Evan takes this in public, somebody asks him about it and says he should patent it and make lots of money.
It's not patented.
That is so cool.
Oh, thank you.
But we honestly don't want making products to take up all of our time. We've started down that route in the past, and we found we have way more fun spending time making YouTube videos. So we called a lawyer to get some advice on what to do.
The truth about securing a patent is that the patent requires you to go out and enforce it. One of the frustrating things about US patent law is that it's very expensive. Part of why it's very expensive is because an inventor, it's presumed, is going to take that patent and then make up that money selling in the open marketplace. Now, I hear that that's not what you guys want to do, and that's not your priority.
It seems like the main reason to get a patent, which can cost tens of thousands of dollars, would be if we wanted to sue other people making our design and keep it only to ourselves.
I actually think that making this video is probably one of the strongest things that you can do to protect your patent by publishing it, making it widely known, and encouraging your audience to make their own versions of this.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
So we are fully releasing the design in an open source way, and if this all works out, there will be a link below where you can get the files.
The more people who make an ergonomic laptop and the more publicity this project gets, the less likely it'll be for one company to monopolize the idea through their own patents.
We don't want that.
So if you end up liking what we make in this video, please go ahead and like it, share it, do all the usual engagement things, because I really believe in this idea, and to be completely honest, I want credit for it. So my goals for version 2 are to make it lighter weight, slimmer, and adaptable to various tablets.
This is always fun when we do this.
So I've been excitedly daydreaming and planning for this version 2 prototype. And I've gathered a whole bunch of supplies.
How many keyboards does this laptop need?
I want to try a few versions out. They all are different.
Okay.
I'm going to build this from the ground up using things we already have, starting with the base. It's the exact same base. I just had one spare.
Okay, awesome.
This is laser cut aluminum, and we're going to use the same hinges as version 1, but I'll show you how I make them, modifying them from the monitor mount into their current versions. Ready? I don't know how I came up with this idea, but I basically just disassemble. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I thought this was going to be easy. I basically just start disassembling it. I think I initially disassembled one.
Who knew we'd hit such a snag on the very first step?
Let's pause.
He went to grab another monitor mount, so I think he's giving up on this one.
All right. This one's obviously defective. How's the whole thing? You just take this and you remove this screw. Okay. Now you have a much smaller piece. Then you just mount this back in your vise. You widen the hole a little bit.
Oh boy.
Then you just get your tapping set.
Oh my God. Nice and easy.
Nice and easy. Then you just tap this to a 3/8 16 thread. Nice and easy.
Nice and easy.
I'll clean up the metal shavings later.
That's fine, your socks probably caught some of them.
I didn't know that those were going to be visible. And just like that, voila, so easy. You have these really good hinges that have 3/8 threads. Now, funnily enough, even though I removed some height from them, I actually want to add a small amount of height back. So I made these spacers, and now I can thread these in place right here. This is just a prototype of version 2. Ta-da!
Yay!
Now we can have the selfie sticks. I'm done. Now you can add these on top.
Another set of hinges.
Another set of hinges. Okay. I don't have another top plate in, so I'm just going to remove this one and seal it.
Okay.
Now, I'll just install this here. I'm going to recreate one of the initial problems that I faced with this version 1. I want this whole thing to move as one. So I added this back plate. I don't want it twisting because without the back plate, look at this.
Yeah, all twisty.
All twisty, and I don't want that. This back plate is a fine solution, but it adds a lot of bulk. So I was trying to think of a way to make a smaller version of it. Instead of one big acrylic plate, I laser cut a small acrylic plate.
Oh, will that be enough?
I don't know. We're gonna find out.
Okay. I'm getting great footage, don't worry.
The end result is gonna be worth it. The footage may not be super exciting.
No, it's not that it's not exciting, it's just, it's fleshy.
Oh, is that not exciting? Does that not excite you?
I'm curious about if this will prevent the twisting or not, because it's very close to this even more solid plate, which already exists.
Well, the issue is, this is only attached in one place, so it can pivot. This is attached to 2 places on each. So this can't pivot.
Okay, let's see.
So now,
Let's give it the twisty test.
it's the bottom one. Once I install the bottom one, it won't be so twisty.
There's another.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna say anything.
You know where the tweezers are?
I know where a pair of tweezers are.
Ooh, sweet. What thief do we have in our house that steals our nice tweezers? I buy like a 6-pack of them. It's the thief!
They're here for the tweezers!
Hide the tweezers!
Ah!
Thank you.
Did you beat him up? Did you get our tweezers back?
Yeah, they also gave me augmented reality glasses that we paid for.
Oh.
I'll try those out later.
Okay. Thought it was a box of tweezers.
No, unfortunately. Okay.
Okay.
I can no longer bend it. the full range of motion. It's hitting here.
Yeah. And it's still twisting. Well, we can either rethink this before we move forward, or we can move forward.
Let's move back to this solution for now.
Okay.
and revisit this later, just to see what other issues arise
Okay.
with the rest of the plan. Okay, cool. Let's do that.
We should end up rebuilding. Rebuilding this.
It's just the same thing.
The same thing, but like with 4 keyboards.
So as I was saying, we're gonna reuse a similar back system for the prototype and think, and think about ways we can improve it over time. But just as a temporary solution, we're gonna reuse similar systems. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Now, I really think this is gonna be a big improvement.
Okay.
One way to save weight, make it a lot thinner. Use a thinner, more lightweight laptop.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like that.
But I want to make this version 2 compatible with any type of tablet.
So it needs to be adjustable, not a fixed in place 3D print.
Yeah, I want people to be able to put iPads in here, Android tablets, or any Windows tablet.
Yeah.
So guess what I'm using? Tablet holders.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so you can just slide any tablet into these. I thought 1 will probably be enough.
Okay.
Worst case scenario, I can slide these out and I can add 2, which would make it super rigid and held in super well. But I think let's try 1 first.
Okay.
And how I'm thinking about doing it is mounting this tablet holder directly to this aluminum right here.
But then we have another pivot.
But then it pivots.
We can't have it pivot.
So I think I need to drill 2 holes in here so that it won't twist.
Okay, and you think that's better than just going with this because then you have 2
But then
points.
both would twist. Plus, I already bought it, the equipment needed to do this.
Okay.
Look at
A
that!
drill press.
Yeah.
Wait, don't we have a drill press?
Good enough.
Isn't that a drill press? No! You can't keep doing this. Why do we have a new drill press?
This is precise and powerful, and it has a scientific design. This is a precision vise that'll let me hold it in place and adjust the position really precisely.
Okay. Okay.
So I'll just set this up real quick. All right, baby, look at this.
I'm ready.
I can set it into my vise. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. I think that's decent. Are they a little crooked? This one looks a little higher than this one. Prototyping.
Yeah, that's what prototyping's for.
Yeah,
It's quick and dirty.
quick and dirty.
Boom, boom, pow,
know,
you
whoa.
punch it, something.
I need to drill a corresponding hole in here.
The holes have to correspond, oh no.
Everything deviates this way a decent amount. Look at that. I thought I lined it up pretty well, but that is not in the center mark.
Precision. So what's the plan?
Just keep on going
Okay.
and fix things later if they need fixing,
Okay.
which they probably will.
Yeah.
Let's see if it was all worth it.
Huh.
It's okay, it's a prototype.
This is extra proto spicy.
We just set
Look at
this
that
right
boy.
here, tighten it down. You know?
How are you feeling about the choice to just do one of the tablet holders?
Like, I think technically it works.
It's just a little wobbly.
It's just very wobbly.
Will it drive you crazy?
Yes.
Okay. So should we add another tablet holder?
Yes.
So we have to drill more holes.
Yes.
Okay.
Can we do one of these?
Where it's just magically done and yeah.
All right.
Warning, clap deviation detected. Please clap again to reset.
So, as I was saying, I decided to completely ditch this aluminum top and go with a fully 3D printed one, right?
Oh, okay.
One that takes advantage of the natural geometry of the tablet holders to make slots, and that has room for 2, and it fits perfectly. And then this should just fit nicely here. Oh yeah, just like I intended.
I like it.
Now, one thing I noticed is these kind of wobble independently, so I even thought of a solution for that. So I'm gonna take these apart. Pardon me. I'm gonna reassemble it with my own additions.
And this is just another 3D printed piece?
Laser cut.
Laser cut, okay.
Yeah, and then I just, it's a really easy and clever process, honestly. Oh shit. Okay. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
Now, these are parallel, they're locked together.
Much more sturdy.
This should probably be aluminum eventually, but you know.
We're
we can do that
prototyping.
later. And let's see if it holds the tablet all right. Look at this.
That's pretty sturdy, even one-handed.
Look at that.
That's pretty good.
I'm happy with it.
I think it's plenty sturdy, honestly. And like
Yeah.
most of the time, you're not gonna be doing it one-handed, you're gonna be doing it two-handed, or you're
you
gonna
can
be
grab it
doing
in
the
middle.
center.
Yeah. Right? Now, we just need to choose keyboards. Look at all these keyboards I have laid out.
So many. We really needed all of them.
This is the keyboard that it came with. This has a trackpad down here. Now, it needs to be plugged in, it's not Bluetooth. But I personally don't like this format. I don't like that my hands are resting on the trackpad. Yuck. Because this is so wide, we could use a keyboard like this. I like
Yes.
this personally a little bit more. I thought about going with the split keyboard. That's thin, but then where do you put the trackpad? I tried ordering a trackpad.
I mean, could we just always have a mouse?
I don't want a keyboard base that doesn't have a mouse built in. There's also a keyboard like this, but then again, it has the trackpad right there in the middle.
Yeah, that's kind of it's pretty similar to the first one.
The one I'm most excited about is this one.
Oh, it's
not
got a
split,
nubbin.
but I love this nubbin.
You
I
like
love that
nubs?
I love nubs. I love like using the nub.
I'm not a big nub fan, if I'm being honest.
Well, that's okay because you can just as easily use this.
Or
You know what I mean?
have the split keyboard and a mouse off to the side.
Yeah, exactly.
want to.
I just want this to be a platform. You can put whatever mouse and keyboard you want down here. You can put whatever tablet you want up here. This is just a platform.
It's a platform. Okay, so what are the next steps?
We need to put it through its paces. It seems good, but the only way I'll know what needs to be improved is if I start using it on a daily basis and find out what mistakes I made.
Yeah, and then we can take it to a more final form.
Even when you feel low, you can still go.
Welcome to a new season of Love Peninsula.
Go, go, go,
Hey, I'm Mike. I'm looking for a queen to build a business empire with.
go, go, go.
Hi, I'm Daisy, and I'm only here for Mike. We go way back.
Climb, I invite pain.
Hi, I'm Ben, and I'm looking for someone to show me what true love looks like.
You want anything.
They call me a
I'm Lilith, and I'm looking for new blood. My favorite is A positive.
call me a
Let's see how our lovebirds are connecting.
Yeah, I mingle with the stock market every now and then. Hey, are you a vampire? What is she doing here?
I knew he couldn't forget me.
We had a sick business idea and made one website together. It didn't even take that long because we used today's sponsor, Squarespace. It was so easy because of Squarespace's design intelligence, combining 2 decades of design experience with smart AI tools, plus site themes and brand identity management.
We used Squarespace's SEO tools to help our website get discovered, and we even connected it to our social media account.
They make it easy to sell content like online courses, videos, and memberships. Hey, is that beautiful girl a vampire? We should probably know if she's a vampire, right? The whole system is built to help you promote and sell more.
We even had our own Squarespace discount code together. Just go to squarespace.com/Evan and Katelyn for 10% off your first purchase.
Things are getting heated. Stay tuned for another dramatic episode of Love Peninsula.
Our website was pretty successful at the time. Hey, is Lilith a vampire?
So then he tested his laptop to see if his design would flop. He used his laptop in a chair. He used his laptop over there. He used his laptop standing up. He used his laptop with a cup. He used his laptop while he sat. He used his laptop while he shat. No matter where he spent his time, his laptop something rhyme. But after one whole week of tests, there's something that must be addressed.
So, I'm really happy with it! Yay! Now, there are a few minor things I need to address and fix though. Number one is there's no handle on this version, and the handle I used on the last version isn't compatible with these bolts. So I ordered some thick leather, cut it to length, rounded the corners, punched holes, rounded the edges, and polished it up to make a custom handle. Number two, it's still kind of big. I was able to make it 10 millimeters smaller, which isn't crazy, but still worth the effort and reprint time. And finally, since I'm going to be changing the top, I also need to change the bottom to match. I might as well make a new one because this is an old reused one which has lots of extra holes.
Expose the buttholes.
So our friends over at Oshcut made some aluminum parts for us that we then had anodized in black. I decided to apply adhesive tape to an acrylic piece that will get sandwiched in between the metal layers. This is mainly to give room for the keyboard to be recessed some, which isn't necessary, but I like the look of it. I also added some wood accent pieces. I also unnecessarily made a version out of only plastic laser cut pieces to see how much lighter it would be, and while it does have more flex, the weight reduction might be worth it for some people. For the finishing touches, I also added a magnetic mounting point to the back so I can dangle my phone there, added some felt to the bottom so the aluminum does not scratch any tables, and upgraded the tablet holder screws to nice thumb screws. And after a little bit of assembly work, the final laptop was complete. The final laptop was finally complete! And after a little bit of assembly work, the final laptop was complete! It fits.
Yay!
It snugs.
Yay!
It's finally done. Oh my God.
In the end, we shaved off 3/4 of an inch in thickness and over 2.5 pounds of weight, though we could remove another 1.7 pounds if we had gone with a plastic base.
You guys might think that this took us a while to do. You might have thought it maybe took a year of prototyping or whatever, who knows? But it's even longer than that. 3 years ago, I woke up in the middle of the night and I had an idea. And I wrote it down on this piece of paper right here that Katelyn has not seen. Katelyn, how close did I get?
Whoa!
Look at that. The sliding up and down, the two threaded sides.
What? That's you!
That's the thumbnail that I was thinking would work.
Oh my God.
This idea has been in my head for so long, and I can finally rest because it's an actual nice polished prototype.
It exists.
Could it be improved? Yes, I want you guys to improve it. This is going to be open source, but I feel so relieved that it's done. I can rest easy now.
You look so restful.
It's so cold. It's so cold. It's so cold down here. Now, I think it's good. Hopefully you guys think this is good, but what does an ergonomics expert think about this?
Yeah. Did you create something actually ergonomically viable?
We're gonna find out now.
You did it, baby.
Thanks, baby.
I'm proud of you.
Thanks for helping
You did such
me.
a good job.
Thanks for helping me.
Good job. Oh my God, my spine. Oh no.
the next day, we got a visit from Monica from the Rising Workplace, a company that performs ergonomic assessments.
We just want you to be honest about like whatever your thoughts are. We're not looking for you to be like, oh yeah, yours is the best, you know?
It's very finicky.
super
Even like
finicky.
the same molds, like one time it'll come out perfect, the next time he's like, where do these air bubbles come from?
Monica, we thought we'd show you the ergonomic keyboard first, or laptop, what am I saying? Before we have you evaluate this one, let's do a control test.
So this
and you
is
can
folds
evaluate
up?
Evan with a normal laptop.
Okay, yeah, let me get out my handy tape measure here.
It's so weird using a normal laptop now.
The interesting thing about laptops is that they're really not meant to be used for long periods of time. Well, especially being, and how tall are you, Evan?
6'5".
Okay, right. So you're kind of the, you know, on the upper end of general like human size.
Yeah.
Here for you, it's in a pretty good spot for your arms, right? But
Yeah.
look what's happening at the neck, right?
I'm even trying to be good.
yeah, you're
Honestly,
trying,
I'd be
yeah.
like this. This is how I'd use it.
So that's the struggle. If it's in a good spot for our hands, it's generally not in a good spot for our eyesight or for our neck.
Yeah. So is there any way to use a normal laptop in an ergonomic way?
Yeah, that's a really good question. And really you kind of have to pick and choose. For a normal laptop, it might be helpful to prop it up on, you know, some books or something if someone was just working at home. But
Yeah.
again, then that puts you in an awkward position for your arms and
Yeah.
hands. I would say the best kind of defense in that case would be taking frequent movement breaks. There's really not a way that we can fix all of our ergonomic issues with this alone.
Yes. So we could take a laptop and try something like this. Laptop stand that's adjustable. We have external keyboard and mouse. So what do you think about this in general?
Overall, I think it's pretty good. But for you as a broader person, you're still having to kind of angle those hands in. So again, over time, that might create some discomfort.
If we got an even bigger keyboard,
Yeah.
You don't want to know how many keyboards we own.
Is it in the double digits?
Oh yeah.
so we got something more like this, would that be better?
Yeah, again, for someone your size,
Broad-shouldered, yeah.
you can get to a little bit closer of a neutral position where your elbows are bent at 90 degrees, your shoulders are nice and relaxed.
Yeah.
You don't have any excessive angling at your wrist either direction. So generally with the screen, we want to keep about 1.5 to 2 feet, which like that's perfect. That's a pretty good distance to where we're not going to cause too much stress on our eyes.
So far, the thing that anyone can buy at the store and not spend a bunch of time and money making is pretty dang good.
But this is hard to travel with.
It is, it's bulky.
My initial prototype actually had split keyboard functionality built in.
Okay.
So I made this, and I liked this in general, but it weighed a lot, and it was so thick, even when collapsed. That's a lot.
That's pretty bulky. Yeah. Do you mind if I feel how heavy it is? Just out of curiosity. Yeah. I'm just. Ooh, yeah, that's decent. I mean, you know, as a self-defense tool while on the go, right?
Especially when Evan's like, oh, my back hurts. Lugging on this big
put this on,
backpack, yeah.
So that's why we kind of tried to revise it a little bit.
Okay.
And we got it a lot thinner, and it's significantly lighter weight.
I love the height adjustability because again, you've removed one of the biggest stress points with regular laptop usage, and that is the fact that the screen is low, and to reach the keyboard, I've got to flex at the neck. And you've definitely provided a good solution to that. If there was a way that the keyboard could even slide a little closer to you, that would be awesome. Because again, when we think about keyboard positioning on desks, we actually want to get it kind of like where Katelyn's is, as close to the edge as possible to eliminate that reach.
I can think on ways to move the screen farther back and the keyboard closer would be the main improvement.
Yeah, exactly.
As long as it doesn't compromise on the weight too much.
I know something we haven't touched on too is mousing.
I'm a little bit controversial with this. I actually like the nub.
I'm not a nub person.
I don't
is your
mind the nub.
I have not ever used a nub.
Would you like to try?
So how? Interesting. Okay, yeah, I could see a learning curve with this, but I mean, that is nice. I like keeping it nearby. That is very cool that you don't have to do any of those like larger movements. But
The keyboard pops out, and what I want other people to do is, I like this keyboard.
Yeah.
But really, you could just use the base, attach the arms, and you can put whatever keyboard you want on the base.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I mean, overall, I think y'all have created something really great that, again, I think solves for a very big opportunity that we currently have with laptop usage. And one of the main features when we think about ergonomics is the adaptability to be able to work for someone of, you know, all different shapes and sizes. And it is very personal, right? So I think having that, you know, adjustability in something that's so portable, we don't see that a ton right now. So I think that's exciting. And you all wanted to make this an open source.
Yeah. Patents are like an offensive weapon only in my head. They only work if you sue people. I don't want to sue people.
Right.
I want to make YouTube videos.
Yeah.
You know, I think that this gets the idea across. Maybe it gives some other people ideas of how to take it further, but I am happy with mine.
And it's a big step up from traditional laptop usage. So
right,
definitely a win there.
Yay, thank you.
Thank you.
That's really cool. It's a very cool design. And it really does solve a big problem.
We're busting out the Priscilla. We're God dang it.
The Priscilla? What?
We're gonna cut that part out.
No, we're not.